back to Cigar Exploration USA. It is hot. I'm sweating. I'm trying to stay in the shade. I've got two exciting things to share with you today. I've got this Bayless Artez or Artois. Not sure exactly how to say it. This is an AJ Fernandez cigar. It is just gorgeous. Got a gold and red double cigar band on it. Picture is just so pretty. This is an artistic cigar. It is named after a museum. Translates to beautiful art, from what I understand. It is a 6.5 by 58 Gordo. It's got a hybrid leaf, hybrid wrapper on it. It's like a Connecticut and a Corojo wrapper, pretty much combined. So I've never had this. I'm so excited. It smells like sweet cedar and chewing tobacco. Can't wait. And I also have this Maker's Mark 101. This is our special proof. Pretty much a knockoff of Wild Turkey 101 from what I can tell. I'm excited though. I like Maker's Mark's products. I'm really a big fan. Never had this one. Had a little trouble getting it. Came out in my local liquor stores in Pennsylvania a few months ago. I passed on it. Then it's currently been not available at any store near me. Picked it up in Virginia. I want to talk about this gift box that came in. I find it really interesting. I'm sure it's just a gimmicky attention getter. Let's take a quick look at it. I won't take too much time, but as you open it up, it says hand-dipped bottle. It's got that really bright red inside to the box. Opens up like this. And the bottle really pretty much says everything that the box says. The box has this story on the back, which is also on the side of the bottle. Look at this right here. So, I mean, it is an identical, the box is really not necessary in my opinion. But, it's a flashy, gimmicky, hey, look at me, I'm on the shelf kind of a thing. So, we'll take a look at this in just a minute. It doesn't say a whole lot, like I said, that isn't on the bottle. So let's get this out of the way here, put this off to the side. All right, first things first, let's get this cigar cut. Put a V-cut on this with my lighter. What are you guys drinking? What are you guys smoking today? I'm so excited for these two. I like new stuff. These are both new to me. I've never had either one of them, so looking forward to it. I'm just gonna cut this over off to the side. I'll show you guys the cut. Sometimes I can do really good with these V-cuts, other times not so good. This one looks okay. We'll see what kind of draw it has. There's the V-cut. It's not exactly perfectly even in the middle of the cigar. It's a little off to basically, I guess what you could say, maybe up towards the top a little bit more. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Let's do a cold draw. Yeah, tons of cedar on this thing. Cedar, smooth wrapper, smooth leaf. It's a big box press cigar, 58. Man, I am sweating out here. It is hotter than I thought it was gonna be. Just trying to stay in the shade as much as possible. All right, let's get it lit. I'm assuming this is gonna be a pretty mild cigar. I don't think it's gonna be too strong. Give me a comment if you've ever had one of these. I'm super excited for it. Anything new, I always get really happy about. All right, we're just toasting it up. Right away, I'm getting like, cinnamon, kind of barky, kind of burnt wood smell off the foot. It smells good. Gotta be careful not to burn it. I gotta focus here. If I don't take my time, I have a tendency to burn the wrapper a little bit. It doesn't really affect the cigar in my opinion, but see, I'm burning it a little bit there. Gotta be careful, man. This thing is hot. It's just a single flame, single torch, but all right. I think it's just cedar all day. Really good wood flavor. Okay. All right, let's put this down for a second. It's a big box. It's crowding up my space I got here. Actually surprised. Getting more spice than I thought I would. I'd call that like the white pepper spice, basically kind of surrounding the top and left and right of my mouth, my palate, kind of above my tongue. It's really not on my tongue, it's kind of in my mouth, from the top of my mouth. This is a Nicaraguan stick. Burn line's not perfect, it's not completely even. Okay, on the retro I'm getting that typical thing I get, which is nuts, like a roasted nut, maybe an almond or a cashew, something like that. All right, let's let this thing sit for a second, get some of this whiskey in a glass here. So it has the typical Maker's Mark red wax on the top. I think I can open these pretty good, so I didn't have to open this ahead, do it out here. So you just pull that kind of plastic pull top off there, the string off there. And what do we got here? We got a cork. Oh, we got a cork. Okay. Most of these makers now are screw tops, with the exception of the cast strength. So maybe this is a little special. We'll see. Let's pop it open. Good cork pull. Has a real cork. See that there? Some of that wax is still on that plastic kind of cork support there. It smells like Maker's Mark. It smells good. All right, here we go. Got a good glug glug. This is non-chill filtered, so I noticed as I was pouring it, it was a little cloudy. I'm sure that's a good thing. So you can see the juice in the light here. It's pretty dark, looks pretty good. So it says, offers rich notes of fruit, baking spices, and caramel that make each sip, blah, 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 an invitation to the next. Everything's so great here, we're the best. We'd love for you to come to our distillery. It's carefully balanced. The story is that, you know, the old man would sometimes take barrels that he selected and bottle them at higher proofs, and his favorite one was 101. I suspect that Bill Samuels, the old man, was a fan of Wild Turkey, and he liked that proof and got that from them. I don't support one more than the other. I think Maker's Mark and Wild Turkey are both fantastic distilleries. It smells just like Maker's Mark. It is Maker's Mark, obviously, but it does have a stronger nose. You're getting more alcohol. I'm also getting more of the candied fruits, like cherry, maybe some citrus too, like some lemon. My mouth is watering. I'm just gonna try it. I just don't want to wait anymore. I can't seem to figure out where to put this bottle. All right, here we go. It's definitely different than regular Maker's Mark, than their regular 90 proof entry level stuff. And this is what I talk about on this channel all the time. You know, adding 10, 11 proof points to something. I'm sweating so bad. Can really improve it. Let's see if the cigar gives me anything extra after taking that sip, those 2 sips. Okay. Maybe it's carrying over from the Maker's Mark, but now I'm getting kind of a citrus, kind of an orange zest on this cigar as well. That's really interesting. Cigar seems like really good quality. The draw is really nice. It's drawing like a champ, even with that kind of shallow off-center V cut in there. I was trying to stay out of the sun. It feels like the sun might be moving closer to me, maybe getting more in the sun as I record this. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm here now, so all right. Let's get this lighter out of the way. Get all this stuff out of the way. Move this bottle up here a little bit. Get that out of the way as well. Okay. Yeah, everything's different. The nose is different. The flavor's different. I'd say it has more candied fruit. Definitely more alcohol on the nose. Yeah, candied fruits and alcohol. I don't know that the caramel or other typical expressions from makers are amped up that much. Yeah, it's really good. I'm not so sure. This was about 40 bucks. I'm not so sure that I wouldn't rather just spend the extra $5 and get a cast strength, which is going to give me another extra 11, 12 points. The last cast strength I had, what I remember, was 112. I've had him up to 114. So, you know, you're paying a good amount. You're paying $10 more to get it from 90 proof to the 101. So the entry level is 30 bucks. This is 40 bucks. And then for $5 more, you can get another 11-ish points to bump it up to the cast strength of the 112 or 111. Time will tell as we go here. I don't think this is a much different, much better Maker's Mark. I think it's just sort of a little gimmicky, hence the attention-getting box. Like, hey, look at us. Look at this fancy box. Wouldn't you like to put wrapping paper on this and give this to a buddy for his or her birthday? You know, to me, that's what it seems like. It is nice. It is a nice kind of fancy box that is going to go right into my recycling tonight. So it says that the box is proud to meet the highest standards of social and environmental impact. That's why this gift box is made with post-consumer materials. Make your mark, leave no trace. Man, they're even mentioning Buffalo Trace on here. When you say trace, and we're talking about whiskey, makes me think of Buffalo Trace. If you want to read this, go for it. You can pause the video, read it, or obviously look it up yourself. It's what I basically said about the old man deciding that he wanted something at a higher proof than their standard stuff, but I think it's just a gimmick. It was released about 6 years ago in 2018-19 as a travel exclusive. Meaning it was in airports, you know, if you were traveling internationally. It was, I'm sure, in other countries, things like that. And then in about 2020, around then, 2021, with the COVID thing, it's like hard to tell what happened, when, but then they finally released it in the States, but we didn't get it here in Pennsylvania, as far as I know. And I miss things. I'm not some detective when it comes to this stuff. We didn't get this here up until a few months ago. You know, we're in the summer of 25. I'd say we got this in the spring of 25, maybe in the winter of 25. I was pretty busy this winter, not sure, but, and then I didn't grab it when I saw it, because I was like, for $10 extra, I was really into the cast strength. I still am. And I'm like, for 15, you know, we did the math a minute ago. It seemed gimmicky, and I think it maybe is, but I needed to try it. I needed to try anything Maker's Mark puts out, pretty much. I'll give a shot. I love their products. It's kind of like Wild Turkey. I just like them. I'm gonna try it, and Buffalo Trace. I'm gonna try all three of those distillers I'm a big fan of. I think it's safe to say that the cigar will be the star of the show here. No doubt about that. It is just beautiful. It's a nice, mild to medium, sweet cedar, like I said. You know, it's a very calm. It's not a very intense cigar. It's a big cigar though. Six and a half. I mean, you're almost at a Churchill. It's a Gordo, 6.5 by 58. I'm gonna spend some time on this thing. There's no doubt about that. I'd say if you're a fan of Wild Turkey 101 and you're looking for something at that proof level, if the Makers is, you know, standard offering at 90 proof is too low for you, and cast strength, you hear cast strength and you aren't a big fan of anything over 100-ish, pick it up, give it a shot at 40 bucks. I mean, if I had, you know, if I was really going to advise somebody, I'd say just get the cast strength and just put a couple drops of water in it, proof it down. I think the money, the value's better. You're going to get more bang for your buck. It does have a good nose though, I'm not going to lie. The nose is just candied fruit. Candied fruit, and it's sort of like mixing and mingling with that higher proof, which is seems to be a pretty good thing. What else does it say about what it's supposed to taste like? We read it already, but yeah, rich notes of fruit, baking spices, and caramel. Okay, so definitely has the rich notes of fruit. I'm not getting a ton of the baking spices though. I'm not getting a ton of that, you know, cinnamon and nutmeg and stuff. I'm not getting a lot of that. Just getting loads of cherries, which again isn't necessarily a bad thing, at least not for me. I've mentioned this. I'm getting into the point now where I'm not a giant cast strength fan. I'm not a giant barrel proof fan. I'm more inclined to drink it between 90 and 100. I'm gonna ash this. It's got a nice ash. I made it about an inch. It's caught up, meaning the burn line's pretty even now. I'm gonna ash it before it ends up in my lap or in my maker's mark. So as I'm getting more into my exploration, into my journey here of you know, cigars and whiskey, but talking about whiskey, I'm more inclined to go for 90 to 100 proof stuff. It just seems to be more what fits my palate. You know, especially when I'm smoking cigars. I think it's better to have a 90 to 100 proof with cigars. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think about the proof. Are you a proof hound? I used to be. I used to think the higher the better. When I first started drinking whiskey, I would have said that Jack Daniel's, you know, single barrel proof rye at 130-ish was the best out there. Honestly, last time I drank that, I think I threw a couple drops of water in it just to see what would happen, which when I first started, I would have thought that was a mistake, but when I watched Daniel at whiskey marketing school, he always puts a drop of water in it. He'll drink 80 proof scotch and sip it at 80 proof first and then put a couple of drops of water in it. It's now in the 70s. To me, that seems crazy, but he's way more experienced than me. And as I'm going here, I'm starting to figure out that maybe putting a couple drops of water in does make sense. This is nice. This is smooth and creamy. Creamy, smooth, sweet cedar. Some toasted nuts. And honestly, I'm pretty sure it's from the cigar. A little like lemon, like a little lemon zest. It's got like this very, light citrusy deal going on. I don't know if that's from the hybrid wrapper, the hybrid leaf. It could be. You know, I don't know. These guys that grow this tobacco, they know what they're doing. I think AJ Fernandez is the one that owns Man of War now too. If you've been watching my channel, you know I'm a big fan of the Man of War cigars. This one just seems really fancy. It's got a really fancy cigar band on it with like little angels. It looks like a woman with a shield of some kind. It looks like a bunch of gold medals. AJ put his name on this one, so I'm sure he's proud of it. It is warm. The sun just moved right onto my back. I got a black t-shirt on. It's just baking me right now. Just literally baking the back of me. Whew. Cigar scope, if you're watching, I don't have any water out here, so I am at the mercy of the sun. It was too tempting not to get out here during the midday sun. I'm gonna have some thunderstorms coming by later. I don't have a problem. I can record a video during a thunderstorm, except when it's blowing sideways. If you've seen some of my older videos, mostly from the winter time, I'm literally running from the storm, running from rain and sleet and snow. I really don't want to do that. I like to make these videos at least sort of consistent, if not professional, at least consistent. So that stuff going on in Texas, that flash flooding going on in Texas makes me so sad. I almost wasn't even going to bring it up on this video. I don't want to be a downer, but it just makes me appreciate things more. I think that's the best lesson we can learn from stuff like that. Like, just appreciate what you have, and the fact that you're safe. I mean, that is just the craziest story of the year so far. Even with all these wars and stuff going on, that flash flooding, man. Wow. It's like Guadalupe River or something. I could be wrong too, and again, don't come here for solid facts, you know. But I think they said that water was rising in a foot a minute. A foot a minute. Maybe it was a foot an hour. It's probably a foot an hour. But see how off I could be there? So look that up if you want to know what it was really doing, but it is the craziest, saddest thing. Yeah, this is a nice cigar. He's even got his initials back here as like a closure on the second band there. Pretty cool. As you know, I'm a sucker for a good cigar band. It's not why I bought this. I actually bought this at my local cigar lounge a few months ago. Just was a beautiful looking cigar. I was planning on smoking it, and I never got around to it. Bought a couple sticks at once, sat down, and just never lit this one up. Man, I'm sweating so bad. Just never lit it up. Just brought it home with me. Just been having it in my, had it in my humidor since, Tupperware. I haven't pulled the trigger on the humidor yet. Still don't know what I want to do. I might just buy something ridiculous. Not exactly rolling in the dough over here right now, but might as well just get it over with and just buy like a 200, capacity plug-in, unit like that. just don't know that I need 200 sticks. Talk about this a lot as well, how it's tough to even just store what I have, and I'm not a big collector. When I buy bottles of whiskey, I buy them to drink them, not to collect them. Same thing with cigars. I'm buying them to smoke them, not to collect them. I've gotten some good advice from other channels. They've commented on my stuff, you know, saying, hey, you know, you can age a cigar. And I appreciate that. I appreciate what other people are up to, what they want to do. Just don't know that that's really my kind of thing. I guess if I was hanging out with somebody and they gave me a cigar they aged, maybe a cigar I was familiar with, they gave me one and it was that much better because it was aged, they could change my mind pretty easily like that. But as of right now, I mean, I'm getting everything I want from cigars that aren't aged, at least as far as I know. This thing's burning pretty quick though. I mean, I'm hammering on it, but it's burning pretty quick. For this size, I mean, we're into the, I'd say we're getting to the second third. Only about 25 minutes in, a little less than 25 minutes into the light up time. So, oh, the stick, yeah. So I think I paid about 11 bucks for this, which is, that's not a cheap cigar. You know, not for me, but I did buy it in a lounge. So it's not like I ordered it from Cigars International. I did buy it in a lounge, so you know, you got a little markup there. It was a lounge though that I've talked about that the guy doesn't seem like he marks things up a lot. I mean, this could be a $13 stick easily in a lounge, maybe more, I'm not sure. Again, I keep asking you, but comments, leave me a comment, let me know. You know, what have you seen this for? If you've smoked it, have you smoked the size? Obviously the size is gonna change the price quite a bit. So this might be one of the biggest offerings in this type. There's a name for that, right? Viola? I never can think of stuff when I'm out here. It's box pressed, but it's still a big cigar to have in your mouth at a 58 ring gauge. Box pressed helps with that a little bit. You know, the way the shape is, it's obviously a rectangle. So if you put it in the shorter way compared to the longer way, you're gonna get a different feel, which is a nice option to have. You're smoking something that's this big. Yeah, there's that lemon. Wow, that's pretty remarkable. I hope I had the hybrid leaf thing right when I said it was a Connecticut and a Corojo. I'm sure I mispronounced this cigar name too, so I apologize to anybody out there that's offended by that. I hope you're not. Don't let anything I say offend you. Whatever you do, it's not worth it. It's definitely good stuff, the whiskey. I'm just trying to figure out, is it worth 40 bucks? And I think you just get the cask strength and water it down for $5 more where I'm at. Cask strength's 45, this is 40. It's a little gimmicky. Maybe get it for somebody as a gift, use the gift box. I don't know. I don't know. It's July, so I can't imagine, unless it's like a birthday or something, where you get people whiskey for 4th of July, that anybody would be gifting this time of year. Pretty sure holidays around, you know, it's December, are much bigger time for gifts for people. Yeah. Cedar and spice, like a white pepper when you're retro. Well, I successfully, I mean, that's Cigar Exploration headquarters, and I still don't know which way the sun goes. It's pretty amazing. I thought the sun would be going this way, away from me. Instead, it's getting more and more on me. It's now halfway across my table when it started out not even on it. So within 30 minutes, I've already miscalculated the way the sun's moving today. So it smells really good. The head smells really good. I'm smelling that. I'm smelling the tobacco, obviously, but I'm also smelling this, you know, the leaf, which I know is made out of tobacco, but has a really unique smell. All right, let's take off this first or second cigar band, however you want to look at it. Second cigar band, I guess it would be. Seems like it's coming right off here. Yep, just pops right off, no problems at all. I'm just gonna show you this one last time in full, so you can see the whole thing. See the AJ on that side there. And you can see it says AJ Fernandez in the middle. Sparing no expense, this thing is raised. The gold is like ribbed. And the AJ Fernandez and AJ are raised on here. It's really nice cigar band. All right, as it's getting low, I noticed this too about every whiskey I drink. When it gets to be in the glass like this, and there's not much left, you do get a little bit more on the nose than you do. I shouldn't say more. You get difference on the nose. Now I'm getting more of the baking spice. Less of the candied fruit and less alcohol, which makes sense. There's less alcohol in the glass. Now I'm getting kind of a nutmeggy, cinnamon kind of a vibe out of this. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, these guys don't put out bad juice. I mean, it's good. It's good stuff. My friend, who just got into whiskey a little while ago, he was shocked when I gave him the Maker's Mark cask strength and the Maker's Mark 46. He couldn't believe it. He just had the regular Makers. So when I gave him something with a little bit different flavor profile, like the 46, you know, with the French oak staves, or the Maker's, you know, 20 something more proof than he was used to, he was shocked how good it was. I think Maker's is a little bit underrated. You know, for people that haven't had it in something other than their you know, basic expression, their entry level expression, I think it's a little underrated. I think you need to go and try something a little bit different from them, whether it's this stuff, you know, the 46 or the cask. Whatever it is, try something different from them before you dismiss it as kind of a gimmicky sort of standard brand. Just like the Woodford Reserve. You know, regular Woodford's good, but try that double oaked and you won't believe it. It's like marshmallows and chocolate and graham crackers. It's like a s'more in a glass. When the sun's behind a cloud, it's pretty nice. It's just pounding on my back though, it's hot. Yeah, this is pretty consistent. Pretty consistent. You do that with cigars? Just put it in your mouth and kind of puff on it real gently. I like to do that. You really get a lot of flavor like that. All right, let's let that thing chill out for a minute. Get some of that ash off there. Just got a regular ceramic ashtray out here, nothing fancy today. Kind of my standard ashtray I keep outside all the time. Okay, and now I filled the glass, or put a pour in the glass, 2 ounces about, and now it's back to the candied fruit, candied cherries, a little bit of an orange vibe, citrus vibe. A lot of alcohol coming off of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not kicking that out of bed, that's for sure. Not at $40 either. If the cast drink didn't exist, The other thing is the maker's 46, which is like 93 or 94 proof. That's $40. So if you like that French oak staved kind of a profile, that might even be a better choice than this. I'm not trying to talk anybody out of this stuff. It's good, but I just wonder, why they're giving you the box. What's the point of the box? The box is just a selling point. It's got a little bit of a code on here. It says 110-AZY011. I'm sure that means something at the factory, but it doesn't mean anything to me. I love all the nonsense they have to put on these bottles too. Like on the back of here, it says not for underage. Really? It's not? This isn't for kids? I didn't know until it said that. I thought this might be something you give your kids, or of course it's not for underage. Tells you how many calories are in it. An ounce and a half is 123 calories. No carbs, no protein, no fat. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Yeah, cigars burn pretty quick though, but I mean, you be the judge. I think I've been smoking it pretty quick, but it is burning pretty fast, which I'm not disappointed. I mean, I'm gonna get an hour out of this thing. Oh wow, we got a signature on the inside of this cigar band. Nice. AJ Fernandez actually signed it himself. You can tell it's, I'm just kidding, it's not. It's obviously printed on a computer, a printer. So here's the cigar band in all its glory. And then here's his signature on the inside. See that there? I'm sure you can see it. So I'm assuming his name's all over this thing. His name, his initials, his signature. This must be one that he's pretty proud of, and he should be. Like I said, I can't even imagine what goes into starting / making, maintaining and making a profit. Having a cigar company must be literally insane. I heard on a video, I was watching somebody's video, I think it was Holt Cigar Company. The guy said that Perdomo It's one of the only producers that makes a million of each type of cigar, or not makes, but sells a million of each type of cigar each year. It's amazing. And it makes sense too. I mean, that is a fantastic cigar company, cigar manufacturer. The products are great. I'm sure AJ Fernandez is right there. He probably makes, between his Man of Wars and these and everything else he makes, he's probably producing or selling a million cigars of each kind as well. Oliva is probably another big guy, another big one. Not exactly sure of any of that stuff. Again, just kind of speculation on my part, but I'm trying to get that off camera, but there we go. Here's a question too. If you were to get a tattoo, I have a couple tattoos, as you can see. If you were to get a tattoo of a cigar, what would you get? Would you get something that's just kind of like basic, like what's on my shirt, just a regular cigar without any, or would you get a brand tattooed on you? I don't know. I just thought of it just now. It's the first time I ever thought of it. It's hot. It's very hot. Pretty consistent stick. Hasn't changed much past the halfway point here, and nothing's really changed. Some people probably like that. I'm one of them. I don't really want it to change a whole lot. I don't want it to intensify. And from my experience, cigars don't get easier to smoke as they get heat activated and get lower, smoked more. They get stronger usually. So if it stays the same, I'd prefer that. I don't need it to get any stronger. I am getting that spice on the top and back of my throat like I was talking about in the beginning. Go really well together. I haven't had too many pairings, too many things I brought out here, tried together and didn't like because they were, one kind of makes the other one better. Whiskey in general and cigars, they go great together. But drink and smoke what you like. I've always said that. That's never been anything I've changed my mind on. Getting really good flavors when I have it in my mouth like that. I'm kind of like licking the cut in the cigar. You're just getting like really good tobacco flavors in there. You can tell there's just really good stuff in this. Yeah, more of that lemon. It's definitely lemon. Definitely this lemony, zesty. Yeah, it's good. Good stuff. All right, I'm getting into the last third. I'm gonna wrap this up so I don't melt. If anything happens in the last third, I'll let you guys know. I don't anticipate anything much more happening than what's already happening here. This is a really good stick. Highly recommended. Talked in length about this Maker's Mark, how I feel about this. If you're a Maker's fan, I'd say pick one up just to try it, just to say you had it. On your resume, so to speak. Your whiskey resume. And I think I'd be more inclined to be concerned about my whiskey resume as opposed to my collection of cigars or collection of whiskey. I'd rather say I smoked and drank something than I have something, personally. Ooh. It's about 90 degrees. It feels a lot hotter than that right now. Give me a comment. Let me know what you're drinking, what you're smoking. Love to hear from you, as always. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.